Hey YouTube, coming at you with another little holiday cup team. And again, these first couple teams, the ones from me yesterday, today, and this afternoon, are Pokemon that I just have built already. Um, I'm actually doing, and the one you're gonna see this afternoon was absolutely dominant. So you can get by with some Pokemon that you just have. This team, I had to switch it up. So I started with Chinchou, Cottonee, and Sandshrew, double weak to fire. And then I saw a bunch of Litleos, like we saw a couple in the thing yesterday. So I'm like, okay, I'll just match Litleo. I think Litleo is strong. And I put it in, and it did start sweeping. So Litleo is very, very strong in this meta. So I started double weak to fire, and then having water, and now I'm double weak to fighting. But again, I think there's more. I don't know if to say there's more fire, but it just seems like Litleo's being used a lot more um, than like a fighter. Plus, I think there's more Cottonees and grass and Sandshrews and Sand Slashes than there are things weak to fighting, right? So I think that's why Litleo kind of works. Uh, so let's look at the battles. So terrible lead. At the time, I only had Cottonee and Sandshrew, so I was going to use Sandshrew as a safe swap because Sandshrew is one of those Pokemon that is, if you haven't used it before, very, very spammy. As you can see, only 5 Powder Snows to the first Night Slash, 4 to the next one. And when you get the attack rise, this thing is going to get out of control. It is obviously very glassy. Shielding up Fire Punch. Getting it off another Night Slash. So I will easily take Switch here if I want it. If they shield, I'll just shield back. But they decide to let it go. Visual glitch again, where I'm not going to talk about that all the time. Oh, there's your fire Pokemon. So, okay, this is where the Chinchou comes in. So I could take, well, it's a Bone Club. I could take a Bone Club from this range, but it will hurt. Holy smokes, that hurts. A buff Bone Club, and they try and catch on Cottonee. So I will just basically match here with my Cottonee. Now, they have a little energy advantage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shield this, because it's resisted, but it would chip. So basically I'm going to come into the farm down, come out with a move, because a move is still going to chip a water Pokemon, a fire Pokemon. A lot, as you're going to see here. So they're probably not going to shield because it's grass. And oh yeah, 50% damage, no problem, because everything in this meta is crazy. Okay, Pikachu. So I stayed in a little bit here thinking like I'm electric, and then I'm like, oh, catch an electric move. I'll catch a wild charge. What a great catch. Catch a fly on a grass Pokemon. So that sucks. And then they come in with the Vulpix. So, you know, I'm kind of, it's like, okay, whatever. I still have Chinchou with energy. I'm like, I don't know the movesets. It could be Body Slam, could be whatever. So I just let it go. It's just a resisted Weather Ball. But even a resisted Weather Ball, holy smokes. Doing a ton of damage. Going for the Thunderbolts because I don't think Bubble Beam would take out here. And they decide to shield. So I think I'll match shields, but Sandshrew, if anything, is going to have to sweep. So I don't know if that's the greatest idea to use that shield. But going to get to Bubble Beam before they get to a move. They let it go. I do take it out despite it not showing there. And what is in the back? A Ducklet. So, you think fantastic matchup, right? Because I'm half steel. I can resist any move, but I'm like, I don't want to take a Brave Bird because that would pretty much one-shot here. And even these Aerial Aces are going to add up here. So I think I gotta go try and throw this before they get another move off, which means now they take a shield advantage. But I can probably grab one right here. Oh, no, I can't because they get to the move first, and this will take me out. So this is going to take me out. Resisted move takes you out, no problem, and then this thing's not going to take it out in time. Yeah, I was surprised. Like, I had, maybe it was just like a limited little cup before, but Chinchou was like one of the top-ranked Pokemon, and then I just like put it in here. When I was looking up like the turn durations here, and it's like ranked like 400 and something. I'm just like, oh, is that? I don't remember that. I remember that being like super, super good, but I guess maybe it was like a limited little cup with like only baby Pokemon as opposed to the evolved forms. So Cottonee, yeah. So like this team, as I kind of mentioned, I'm just using Pokemon that I had before. So that's why you're seeing a lot of like these first evolution Pokemon. Chinchou, Cottonee, Litleo, Sandshrew. These are all first evolution Pokemon because before Little Cup, or at least some variation of Little Cup, had it you can only use first evolutions, no like second and third evolution type Pokemon. So that is why I have these built. And Chinchou and Cottonee and Sandshrew, these were all like super, super strong picks in the past. But together on this team, I think that there is a bit of struggle just because the meta has changed by allowing these sort of other Pokemon. So what I'm going to do here is I have Chinchou with 2 shields against a Cottonee, so all my moves are resisted, but I could just bubble beam to lower their attack, so maybe I can get to a move here. They're throwing a charge move. I don't know why. Like they need to just basically take me out here. And I'm only going to get to 1 move here. So Thunderbolt, hoping a resisted Thunderbolt can take out 40% health on an grass Pokemon. And I cannot, but we both have 1 HP. And my 2-turn Spark is going to register before their 3-turn Charm. So I'm not leaving this matchup because I was like, okay, I only have Cottonee at best. And then if I leave that, Sandshrew and Thing are both weak to grass. But that was a mistake because Spark is resisted. Sorry, weak to ground. But I'm like, that's a mistake because Spark is resisted. And they eventually get out into Bulbasaur, which Charm is resisted. But look how much these resisted Charms are doing. They get to their first move. But now I can just match that shield back, and they're in the yellow, and their fast move is doing nothing to me. So basically get the full charm down, which is insane. They come back in with Golett, and I'm like, okay, I kind of have to shield this because I really don't want Sandshrew to see this. And you just get like smacked with the fast move here, or slapped, I should say. And they eventually take me out to have a Vigoroth in the back. So who the hell uses a nerfed Vigoroth? But unfortunately for me, it is my opponent, and I am double weak to fighting, so absolutely deleted here on the Sandshrew. Okay, so I put Litleo in, and I've seen this matchup before, and I know that Leo has a pretty good safe swap playability here because the Incinerates do so much, and you have like Flame Charge, which you can just ramp up, and then you also have Crunch, which can hit neutral in a lot of situations and lower your opponent's defense potentially. And that is exactly what happens there. Unfortunately, as you saw, they got 2 fast moves through and took me out before that Incinerate registers. So that is absolutely brutal. But what are you going to do? I come back in Chinchou. They hit me with a Swift. Bunny is actually putting in some work here for my opponent. So I'm just going to get off a Bubble Beam. Do take it out with a Spark here. They come back in Pikachu, and they blind swap into Beware. And if Beware was Glassy in the Great League, I can imagine what a less than 500 CP one can do. They do get to move. I'm going to have to shield. They are half fighting, so that Night Slash was resisted. They go Superpower, but I'll just instantly take them out. Have a move here, so force a shield here because I have already boosted my attack, so there is no way they are letting me hit this move. And now I grab a couple Powder Snows to chip into the red, and now it is going to be a race to the next move here. Who's going to get to the move first? And it is me with 1 HP left. Get to the Bubble Beam. This will take out. Goodbye, Pikachu. You're going to see a couple of Leo sweeps, and that's why it's in the title and thumbnail, because I think Sandshew's strong, but man, Leo just like carried some of these matchups. So again, another Pikachu. Pikachu's out in full force, so we're going to come in with Incinerate user. Look how much those Incinerates are doing. That one's going to register, so we are definitely going to shield this. And Litleo, yeah, just with energy advantage can just start really causing problems. And especially when you bump up the Flame Charge and the Incinerate with Flame Charge. So they're going to come in Ghastly and get absolutely deleted in 2 Incinerates to delete a Ghastly. And it's a Cottonee in the back. And Litleo is going so hard, and they just let it go because they know they have absolutely no shot against my Litleo. Chinchou, so that's finally a good lead against Charizard, and they come in with Swine Up, so I will hit them with Litleo. They are half ice, so this is super effective. I don't know the moves. It's half ground, so I don't want to test anything. So let's just shield. It's just an icy win that would have been resisted, but again, don't want to test anything here. So out comes the Charizard again. Just going Crunch. There's an argument. Well, I forget if they let this go or not. There's an argument they actually do let it go. I could just go like Flame Charge because a lot of stuff does so much in this that they may shield, but I think they're just kind of recognizing their win con is in the back here. And that is a great recognition. And now the only problem is when you have 3 Pokemon that are all weak to ground and you see a Mud Slap user with 2 shields, you're not coming out of this. So I tried to just powder snow down as much as I could. And unfortunately, I'm running Spark on Chinchou. So they are going to take me out here very easily with the shield advantage here. Because Spark is resisted, double resisted at that, so I'm not going to get it. Don't be triple weak to ground. Golets are out there. So terrible lead. Come in fire. Yes, you should never come in with your hardest answer, but I don't care. I think in this meta, you can do... Litleo is just so strong that you, with the Incinerates, even resisted, are going to add up. Plus, you can boost your attack. Plus, you have Crunch for coverage. I think that is just... This Pokemon can just ramp up really fast and flip a lot of matchups, especially if by the time they switch, if you're like an Incinerate in already, right? So I was already an Incinerate in, maybe even getting to my second one, which means I took it out with that Incinerate, and it's a Litwick in the back. And because I'm already so boosted, here comes the Crunch. This will take out for sure. Super effective. Even if it wasn't super effective, I was going to take it out. Cottonee comes back in and just... too bad that Incinerate did not register. But I still have a Powder Snow user in the back here, so it's fine. We're good. So I'm actually having more fun. You're going to see a very fun, dominant, fast move damage team this afternoon. That I did really well with. And again, just using Pokemon that I just had a lot of. So, and then I think I'm going to basically usable. Actually, I'm not. I could make at least like 1 or 2 more teams. Because I had built up a lot of ground Pokemon. Not ground Pokemon, sorry. I'm looking at a ground Pokemon. I'm not looking at... Jesus. I always make the mistake with Marowak because it always says Bone Club. I'm like, ground. And I'm like, no, Kanto Marowak is ground. A Marowak is Ghost Fire. I had built up a lot of little cup Pokemon over the years. So I do have a good... I have like a good base of Pokemon that I can kind of recycle through. So I can probably get a couple more teams. If you want to submit some links, submit some link in the description. Yeah, and then we'll just kind of go with this all week because I can't imagine Master League is going to get any views on this channel. There are some content creators that can get Master League views. I'm not one of them. I can already see that Home Slice put out a level 51 Baxcalibur for his team yesterday here. Even Yonkers put out a Master League team, but like this is not a Master League channel. The majority of you are just trying to get by with what you have and limited resources. So we definitely tailor to those people. Okay, Ducklet, finally a fantastic lead. So they got to get out, and it's a Spinda, and I'm like, I don't know what your moves are, so I am going to just stay in here and Spark and Bubble Beam here to chip you enough and lower your attack, and then I'll get into something else and deal with you there. And that dealing with you is Litleo. I've already lowered their attack. And it's just an icy wind, so I could take that, go for the Incinerate down, so I'm loaded with energy. And out comes the Ducklet, so I will grab... I don't know if I'll grab a shield because my attack is lowered, but the 2 crunches will add up here. Yeah, not enough. With Ducklet was the OG bulky Little Cup Pokemon that just had so much play. Was it before Bronzer? I forget. It was Bronzer and Ducklet that just kind of were like the 2 main ones in the Little Cup. Tried to get the farm down. I really don't want to take any sort of Brave Bird here. I'm already at half health. Even an air release would have taken me to the deep red. So do end up shielding. Cottonee comes in, so I'm going to just lower its attack because those charms will still add up, steal or not here. And they're staying in, so that's kind of sweet. And I just have to basically commit to the farm down. I got a shield because, again, charms are adding up. A grass move will hit here. And then Just farm down. You need to be over shielding in this meta. If I haven't made that very clear in the last 2 days here, if you leave with any shield, you are doing this meta completely wrong. In fact, the majority of the time I'm shielding the first 2 moves thrown at me, because these fast moves and charge moves, even resisted, add up so quickly on the majority of these Pokemon. You don't want to leave yourself vulnerable to fast move damage in the back, like you're going to see on my team this afternoon. I have a team, fast move damage team, that I did pretty well with. Steals are obviously huge because it's a Geodude with Rock Throw, and then it's double grass, but one of those is Cottonee with Charm, and the other one is Shadow Execute with Confusion. So again, those are ones I had built up already, but it is a pure fast move damage team. And the amount of times my opponent is, I don't even think I got many charge moves off, honestly. There's some charge moves I got off, but not a lot. But the amount of shields my opponent was left with after these battles is insane. So just shield early and often. In terms of, or not that I can't end a video after 16 minutes, but in terms of rankings, so Chinchou's ranked super low. Sandshrew is ranked 61 as the Shadow. I think Sandshrew is strong. Has a lot of good play against your Cottonees and Charmers and other stuff, and obviously you're just gonna get lit up by fire and fighting. Litleo I think is like so strong, and it's ranked 19, and I think rightfully so. Like I think Litleo is insanely strong, especially even if you use it as a safe swap. You could just those incinerate damage, and then being able to power that up with flame charge. Like incinerate is such a already crazy damage move. To do a crazy damage move in a limited little cup where the HP is so low to begin with, like Litleo can like break a lot of Pokemon. Let me actually just run the different like shield scenarios here. So Litleo has a 12 and 10 record in the 1s. I want to see if that actually increases in the 2s. Yeah, 13 and 8. So it does increase in the 2s. And that doesn't surprise me that if you just over shield, you will take it. And I imagine in the 0-1s, and you're just going to dominate. Yeah. If you have a 1-0 shield advantage, you win 20-2. And if you have a 2-1 shield advantage, you win 21-1. And the only loss is Annihilate, which is super effective against, like counter super effective against you. So it can get crazy, especially with shield advantage, which is why like if you want to do a more balanced team and not be triple weak to ground, this is why I kind of like Litleo as a safe swap in this meta, because you can just take that shield advantage. So if you want to run like a balanced team with Litleo as a safe swap, you lose lead, you come in Litleo, you can then use that shield advantage, like the different shield scenarios to your advantage to flip switch for you. So when you have something so powerful like that can flip switch a lot with different shield advantage, it makes it a very, very strong Pokemon and a great team builder around it. And yes, thank you all for replying that you are also getting the visual glitch. That is so annoying, but you know, what can we do? Anyways, so the fast move damage team tomorrow. Nope, this afternoon. And then please send me other videos, link in the description. Probably not Master League, let's be honest. Like I think Little Cup is actually going to get views. Like my first video is doing pretty well. I mean, views are generally down for me, but the click-through rate for this video, the first Little Cup team is actually quite good. So we're just probably going to run with Little Cup. Anyways, that's enough rambling. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.